Oh.
So basically, I'm gonna show you this new cleric build I've been messing around with. It's pretty good, I would say. You're gonna have a very easy time killing barbs and fighters if you know how to play around cleric. Holy water and brewmaster. So what this does basically is, if you drink a potion, even of healing, says drinking any drink, you get 2 all outs on top of brewmaster. So it's 10 strength and 2 all outs. And brewmaster has increased duration in the newest buff. So you're basically just blowing people up. I think this is a very good duos, maybe even in solos, but I mostly run this in duos, as you'll see in the video.
Wait, hold on.
Having a warlock on your team that sacks you, you'll be around
Who is this
180, 190
person?
HP,
It's
and you're
who?
basically unkillable.
The person with the
The only
female on the
thing
profile
that you
picture.
have
Is
to
that
worry about
Karuku?
is
What's the name again?
rangers. But besides that, boys,
I don't know who the fuck that is, Loki.
you pretty much just want to build a bunch of HP. You definitely want a little bit more action speed, more move speed, but I died, so I just threw whatever I had on to kind of give y'all an idea. Probably 2 quickness rings, maybe a champion armor with light foots is what I would run, or adventurer boots. It's really up to you what you like more, but the build's gonna pretty much carry damage. You don't need this much strength. Well, that's pretty much it. It's the whole build. I hope y'all boys enjoy it, and I'll see y'all on the next one. So pretty much here, I just catch a guy under doing something weird. I've no idea what the guy's doing, to be honest. But I pretty much just blow him up. I notice all the mobs are dead, and I catch him going up the ladder. He gets caught by a mob here after I bait out smite. He pretty much just gets cucked. I mean, there's nothing he could do. He's just not paying attention. And for some reason he like guess decides his weapon doesn't work. It's okay though. He ends up being pretty geared, but that just shows you the power of this build. I mean, I 3-tapped him. Yeah. So basically right here, you're about to notice how we kind of switched up to duos after playing solos. I realized it was a little bit weaker in solos. You really have to catch people off guard, and you can't fight a lot of classes like rogues, rangers, any kite. Can't really fight any of that. So we switched to duos, and pretty much you run a warlock is what I would do. Warlock's pretty good right now. As you're gonna see, my teammate sacks me a few times. I'm extremely high damage in HP. I'm around 50 strength with I'm about 45 strength with sack and around 170 HP, I believe. He sacks me here. I'm kind of trying to bait it out a little bit. Ranger is running the purge shot, so it gets rid of a magical buff, which is a pretty big counter to this build. You really have to rely on your warlock, which sucks because ranger destroys warlock. So you're gonna have a bit of a problem with ranger comps like this, but I kind of see that we're just getting held, so I'm gonna try to push them back, maybe push them into red, get a little bit of distance. He power of sacks me here, so if I were to catch this guy, he would probably die in about 2 hits. Both classes are pretty squishy. We ended up getting third-partied here by some guys with pretty much no gear, which kind of sucked. And I ended up hearing this rogue on the left. I seen his shadow as well from Invis pretty much get called a cheater. I guess. I mean, I guess people don't use their eyes anymore. He must have been closing his eyes when he was fighting me. But that's about it for this fight. He runs kind of like a puss. Takes red like.
Do I not have my voice on?
So to give a little bit of context on what's happening right here, pretty much I've been chasing this guy for a minute. I don't have a ton of move speed because I'm in solos with not a ton of move speed, so that's why one of the reasons I ended up switching. But I ended up getting a couple hits on that guy before I cut the video. He ends up pretty much running. There's a bard to my right that I've kind of been sussing out a little bit. He'd been shooting a couple arrows at me. Haven't really given him much attention. Because he has a blues. If I fight him, he's just going to take. But I ended up dealing with a couple mobs. I mean, I don't even know why I fought on this map, to be honest. It's a pretty awful map. But I don't regret fighting this player. He ends up being pretty aggressive at first. Usually when you miss an arrow like that, a lot of the times people like to run, reload their crossbow, try to get the first shot off. So I'm thinking that he's not going to full at me. I don't think so. With this build, I do so much damage that I decided to take a hit. I'm going to take a hit here. He's going to get close to me, and if I get first hit, I pretty much win. That's 2 headshots with like 30-something strength and smite. I mean, he just pretty much gets deleted. He's probably sitting back at lobby like, what the hell just happened to me? He ended up being pretty geared. Bard is pretty strong as well, so I mean, you can beat bards with this. You just gotta learn how to play against them, and taking a hit was a pretty risky move, so it's really up to you. But it's pretty much all for this fight. So on this part, pretty much we end up just kind of closing it off. At this point, we played for quite a few hours with this build. It ended up being very profitable. Didn't clip all the kills. Some of them are a little bit less interesting, less geared players. These guys end up being kind of a pain in the ass. Both one using windlass, one using a crossbow with victory strike, so they both decently hurt. I kind of just go all in here. I feel like they don't have gear, so I play very risky. Don't really care about it, and I ended up pretty much just deleting them. They ended up having no gear, but that just shows you the power of this build. I mean, I can play absolutely reckless and still get some kills right here. You don't want to do anything like that in high roller, might I add. And if you do that in high roller, you're probably just going to get deleted. Trying to 1v2 like that without your warlock doing damage. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you have anything to say, just leave it in the comments. Like, let me know. I'm just like y'all, trying to get better at the game. I got around 2,400 hours, and Cleric is not my main. But I thought this would be an interesting video if not a lot of people know about it, if any at all. I don't know if drinking pots for 2 all outs is intended, but it's there. So, see y'all next time.